All right. Hello and welcome back. My name is Justin Wim. This is for my future clients or employers. Show hey, or to present my skills in using structured curly language injection for penetration testing and ethical hacking. Okay, so I just want to show this is for instructional and employment purposes only. All right. So in this case, we're going to use structured query language injection, or some say search query language injection, because technically you're searching a database or a table within a database to, to get information or bypass information. Okay. So using structured query language commands, we're going to use that, and we're going to use logic statements to bypass this username and password field. Okay. So if you look over here on your left, okay, we have these commands where we select, so we're selecting from a table, and particularly from the table. Okay, and I just want to reiterate, this is a relational table. So the database is, or excuse me, a relational database, meaning that it has a table, okay, with columns, everything's categorized, okay. You also have in structured query language injection, you also have databases where they don't have a table. Okay? And a lot of languages when they use that, like Mongo, I believe, Mongo's SQLi. So in this case, this one has a relational table. Actually has a table of data. Okay. So this command shows the query command select. So we're selecting from the users where the username. If you notice here, the field is empty, right? Because it can be multiple usernames. We're going in blind, so we don't know what the usernames are. And of course, we don't know what the password is, right? And we're limited to one item from the table, okay? Or maybe the column. I'm not mistaken, it's been a while since I've done this, okay? So this is kind of really rather elementary. Doing a refresh over this. All right, so let's get into it. Logical statement, okay? So we're using logic. When we say logic, we go back to math, and I believe it's like syntax, stuff like that. 1 equals 1. Logically, that is true. Remember, data is made up of ones and zeros. So if the statement or the argument, in this case, you want to get particular for coding, the argument that we put into the code is true, right? 1 equals 1, or 1 equals whatever argument, or some argument or variable equals this thing equals whatever particular thing that we set the variable equal to, it's going to hold true, it's going to return what we're looking for. If it doesn't hold true, we either get an error or we don't get anything back. Okay. So in this case, we're going to use a logical statement to bypass this. Okay. So if I put within the password field, if I put within the password field, make sure I type this in right. So if you pay attention down here, you can see I'm putting the password field for the query. Okay, so we're making a query from the table. So I'm going to put in apostrophe, right? That's even an opening, and I'm going to put a space. Okay, so anything within the password field that a username has their password equal to from whatever column from the table. And I'm going to have a logic statement, 1 equals 1. So if you notice here, okay, there's apostrophe, there's a space here, okay, meaning, well, actually, let's go here. So for the username, it's an open field, meaning there's nothing within the username because we're blind. We don't know any of the usernames. Okay, if one of these usernames is equal to a logical statement and it also matches up with a password, okay, that's true. Okay, then we're going to be able to bypass that. Okay, so this is where we're at. So we have 1 equals 1, and then we're also going to put in a semicolon, meaning that's going to be the end of the query. Okay. And we have those two dashes, and if I'm not mistaken, it's been a while, so I'm going to SQL command. It's going to ignore everything else. I could be wrong, so I'm going to that's going to work. So let's try that. Alright, so we got a syntax error. So let's see where did we mess up. I think I might have made a typo somewhere. So let's go back and let's do this. So let's try this. Okay, so remember, we always want to make this a query where it always returns true and gives us something to password field. So maybe I messed up when I put this in. So we're gonna do this OR1 equals 1 semicolon. Okay, and that should do it. That should be correct. And we got it. Okay, so we bypassed the login, and now we can move on. So we got it. All right. So that's structured query language injection used in logical statements. Okay, to bypass a field. Okay, so even though this may seem really simple, if your web application is not set up to where where it doesn't have this type of vulnerability, even though it seems simple, it can definitely be bypassed. Okay, so that's something you want to definitely look at. Make sure that your security settings and features are not set in default mode. Okay, and make sure you're not lax on that type of stuff. Thanks for watching.